Out for the Bandits. Jace Letourneau, Caden Drury, and Davide Patella, who's in on the forecheck. Warriors work it out to center ice. Nate Yellowega hit him in the skates. He's trying to locate it. Oakenfold backs Yellowega up into his own zone. Couple Calgary natives, Oakenfold and Yellowega. Nate goes out to center ice for Davide Patella off the toe of his stick. Letourneau recovers it, fires a shot that's blocked by the Warriors. They've eaten a few pucks in this series. It's going to be a 2-on-1 the other way for West Kelowna. Macrina, toe drag, has it, they score. Took a hit. Jace takes a shot that's blocked by Drapeau. Second time now that Letourneau's gone for the shot. Puck's going to roll on edge out to center ice. Bandits still looking for their first shot on Edward Gauthier, who has started every game in this series for West Kelowna. The only one he didn't finish was game 2 when the Bandits blew out the Warriors 8-2. Nathan Free is on the ice. He'll pass it back to Nate Yellowega. Pass to Free off his stick. He'll chop it ahead anyways. And the Warriors recover it in neutral. Sadowski dumps it in. Nate Yellowega, first one back, leaves for Connor Ryan. Gains the West K zone. His shot's blocked by Monic Hagen. Nate Yellowega controls, but he circles back in his own zone. Nate had 2 assists in game 3, both on Parker Lalonde goals, and he passes it to Lalonde, who moves into the West K zone, leaves it in the left circle. Bibby to Peluso, scores! The top line cashes in and ties up this game. Game 3 overtime hero Nick Peluso taps one in from the mouth of the net. 1-1 in game 5.
And it all starts with the entry, a great little pass, and Parker Lalonde gets the puck over to Bibby, but he, instead of shooting, the goaltender moves over, the old east-west. Goaltender has to go over to play against Bibby.
Clean face-off back to Nate Yellowega. His shot's blocked by Colgren, but it stays in. And then Yellowega, wrister on net, stopped by the stick of Gauthier. Byer, clean face-off back to Nate Yellowega. His shot's blocked by Colgren, but it stays in. And then Yellowega, wrister on net, stopped by the stick of Gauthier. Byer behind his net. Net front pass. Colgren takes it away. Patella back to get it. He's going to move it up ice with Drury. Now it's number 34, Jace Letourneau on his off wing, cutting in and shoots wide to the left. Byer holds in, sends it around the yellow. 9 minutes to go in the first period of game 5. The Bandits and Warriors tied 1-1. Lofgren, first one to the puck, backhands out to center, knocked down by Patella. Davide was looking for Drury. It went off a Warrior, recovered at center ice by Ethan Byer. Colgren with the takeaway. Turnover though. Leshinsky, wrist shot! 4, tapped ahead into the West K zone. Hogue off the glass. Letourneau knocks it down, but Colgren comes up with it. Couldn't get it deep, though. It was blocked by the Bandits. They stand up at the blue line. This is shot behind Zahara's net, but the Bandits have possession. Caden Drury, 20 points in the regular season. Ahead to Davide Patella, going right to the net. 5-hole chance, stopped by Gauthier. Drury was there for the cleanup. Couldn't get there in time, though, and now Ice had that exact same drive to the net that almost resulted in a game-winning goal. Bandits win the offensive zone face-off. Byer tied up by Colgren. Bibby trying to help him out, but he takes a hit from Miller. Hudson Miller, that is, who's still wearing the fishbowl. He took a puck to the face in this series. Just like McInnes did in game 2, this is icing. And the Warriors control. Farrell to Alonzo. Sadowski has pressure from Ratanais. Cross-ice pass to Lofgren. Drury with the takeaway, finds Ratanais. Oh, would have had a breakaway with the puck rolls off his stick into the corner. Now Sadowski the other way. Shoots it towards Zahara, comes off the wall to Yellowega, who ties up his man. Ratanais looking for his first of the playoffs. What a chance that would have been. Monic Hagen sends a wrister on net. And we're going to glove. Back-to-back goals for the Bandits after giving up that early one. Wayne Egan's the next voice you'll hear. Icing against.
Gate code was, hello, friends. Anyway, back on the rails.
Mackey is starting to put up a lot of assists in this series. DeFore off the wall to Jack Good. There's 2 minutes left in the period. Stretch pass hit the linesman, and West Kelowna will shoot this back into the Bandits zone. Shots are 12-11 Bandits in the first period. Nate Yellowegg behind his own net. And some spirited conversation between the two teams as they shout encouragement to each other. Drapeau time zone in the BCHL playoffs tonight. Penticton swept Okotoks, and Sherwood Park swept Salmon Arm in the other two interior conference series. This puck, holy, tipped off a bench
as well.
33 seconds left. The Warriors move it ahead. Tyler Pretty up the left wing. Chip and chase after it. Pretty catches up to it in the corner, tied up by Nate Yellowegg. Lalonde bumps it around the wall to Davide Patella. Between the legs, pass to Siciliano, but held in by the Warriors. Flint gets to it in the corner. West K on the attack. He comes back to the point. Lofgren shoots and Axel Lofgren, that's his first of the playoffs. Warriors dump this on net. Zahara plays it. Oakenfold with the takeaway. Zach trying to get reset in his crease. Drapeau with a wrist shot. Zach's top line out for the Bandits. All 2004 born forwards. Bibi Lalonde and Peluso. Here's Oakenfold in the left wing corner. Bandits defending. Lalonde left wing pass to Luke Bibby, who shoots off the rush, and a kick save from Gauthier. Bandits attacking to our left in the second. Lalonde fires it into the corner. Oakenfold tried to clear. Weird hop off the stanchion, didn't go out. And now it will. It goes off a West K player. Cooper Pearson on a 4-game point streak. Cooper's been on the score sheet in every game this series. Puck's bouncing around the Bandit zone. Ratzenais can't move out. Hogue, his shot's blocked by Pearson. Hogue was trying to pass it to Free, but West K block it. Second periods have been kind to the Warriors in this series. Goods pass to Nathan Free, doesn't get there at the blue line. Pretty brings up the left wing. Right wing pass for Hogue. It's tied up by Jack Good, but West K recover it. The longer change. West K, though, they've had good second periods in this series. Flint back to Lofgren, hammers one, and Zahara makes another stop. Is that 10 shots now in the period for West K?
It is, yeah.
And we're 6 minutes in. Farrell dumps this into the Bandit zone. Yellowegg back to tie this one up. Remember the Game 3 second period was all West K. It was that goal by Parker Lalonde, 7 seconds left, that gave the Bandits the lead, but West K outshot Brooks in that frame. And then there was a wild third period as Nathan Free taps. Bandits win the defensive zone draw. Ratzenais up the wall for Nathan Free. Chip pass, Cooper Pearson up the right side. Tied up by Lofgren. He takes Pearson into the boards. Stays upright. Nathan Free. Pass from Lashinsky. Back to Ratzenais. Wrist shot blocked by the Warriors. Pass in front just misses Pearson. Ratzenais nearly had a breakaway back in the first period. Puck shot into the Bandit zone. Zahara sends it around the dasher and up ice. Yale commit Hudson Miller. Back to grab it. Turnover. Nathan Free with open ice. Toe drag. Shoots. Blocked by the Warriors. West K move it into the Bandit zone. Ratzenais behind the net. Yellowegg staying with his man Oakenfold. Seen this matchup a few times tonight. Oakenfold and Yellowegg. Lashinsky just got it out enough for Pearson to move it up.
Much better for West K.
Jack Good had to do a little adjustment there on the draw, getting all his gear back. He's tripped up at center ice. No call. DeFore brings it in, shoots from the side of the net. Gauthier the save, loose puck. Flint has it. Ratzenais sends one towards the net that's blocked. Thought Lalonde might have drew a penalty before the break there on that partial breakaway chance.
Yes,
they're letting him play tonight.
Under most circumstances, it is.
Rosensteel leaves it in the corner. 8 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second period of Game 5. 2-2 is the score. Live inside. Face-off inside the Bandits zone. West K win the draw. Hogue shot blocked by Lashinsky. He'll race for the puck at center ice. Hogue separates him though. Recovered by Nate Yellowega. Nate brings it into the left wing corner, tripped up by LeDrew. Penalty coming up to West Kelowna. Pearson now. Pearson to Peluso. Stopped by Gauthier. Peluso's stick held up. What a chance there for Brooks. Nearly completed the hat trick. Podwarny skates it out to center. Gauthier's a little slow up to his feet in the other end. Now he's up. Not sure what's nagging him there on the arm. See if it becomes a factor though, but he's battling right now. It's going to be an icing call. Credit to Gauthier. Couple pad saves there. 2-2 it remains with 4 minutes left in the second period. Cress Ratanais will join us in the intermission coming up. Oakenfold behind the Bandit net. Yellowega battling with him. They'll flip it ahead to Rosen. Still got to be careful. Puck management here. They get it out. Good for Drew Mackey. Dumps it in. Gauthier behind his net. Drury with the takeaway in the corner. Pass to Jace Letourneau. Tried to shoot. It's blocked. Oakenfold the other way. Dumps it into the Bandit zone. Dante Siciliano, the first one there. Jack Rosensteel got it out center ice. Warriors jam things up. The Bandits got to back up into their own end. Nate Yellowega has possession. Warriors out shooting the Bandits 12-7 here in the second period. Shots are 24-19 West K overall. 7 in this period. Bandits win the offensive zone face-off. Yellowega holds the line. Lalonde behind the net for Bibby. Number 20 has it. 4 goals in the series. Bibby turns and fires off the end wall, and then Alberni Valley and Surrey. Byer from the right point. His shot blocked by the Warriors. Colgren can't move out. Bibby holds in. Now Colgren will move it out, finding Macrina. Macrina enters the Bandit zone. He shoots. Sahara with the pad save. Nate Yellowega up the wall for Bibby. Bibby carries into the West K zone. Puck spinning around. Macrina can't come up with it. Bibby to Lalonde. Has to grab it on the far wall. Lalonde shoots. Gauthier bounces off him. Puck behind the West K net. Warriors come up with it. Flint to Macrina. Lifts it into the Bandits' end. Byer knocks it down. Byer to Bibby up the left wing. Pearson going to the net. Bibby tried to shoot off the rush on a curl and drag, but it's defended, and the Warriors, Hogue, will leave it at center ice. 42 seconds left in the period. Yellowega through the middle, looking for Pearson. Warriors take it away. Byer back to get it, shaping up to be a very interesting third period in Game 5. Free, trying to tap it to Pearson. Cooper gets there first. Opportunity here. Cooper, Pearson up the right side. Up the right wing. Drury sends it behind the West K net. Letourneau trying to dig it out of the corner, tied up by Miller. Patella recovers it, passes in front, finds Keith McInnes, holds, then shoots a wrist shot, scores! 61 seconds into the third period. The Bandits retake the lead. Keith McInnes from the blue line, a wrist 3-2, Brooks.
Good things happen when you put pucks on net, and I think Gauthier just caught the glove, a bunch of traffic. Oh, I think it hits the defender and goes in. Or maybe Davide Patella, it looks like it's wide. Right off their defender and in, but good things happen when you put the puck in traffic, and Keith McInnes ends up, he fires the high hard one there.
The first replay you see, it almost looks like Patella is the one that tips it in. It definitely went off a West K player. Bandits up 3-2 early in the third period. Davide Patella finishes his check on Farrell. Here comes Lofgren, though, the other way, moving into the slot. Leaves for Macrina. Let's listen to Wayne Egan.
Assist by number 15, Davide Patella. And number 34, Chase Letourneau.
Here's Macrina. Back to Farrell at the left point. Cross ice pass. Letourneau almost picked it off. West K on the attack. Macrina lets one fly off the glass. It went off a stick first. Nate Yellowwaga out to center ice. Alonso intercepts. And then
That's a nice little ad.
two of the first three shots the Bandits have put on Gauthier in this period have gone in. Zahara behind his net, some trouble there. Pretty was putting pressure on him. Comes back to the point. Hogue along the wall. Ben Miller turns and fires. Shot got through to kick save from Zach Zahara. Rats and eyes. Center ice for Drury. Thought Chris gave a good interview there in the second intermission. Gave a shout out to his folks back in Latvia. It's got to be morning there.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, 18. He's 18.
Yeah, here's Kallgren missing the net. Played for Latvia at the World Juniors in Ottawa this past Christmas. They were the story of the tournament. McInnes gets it deep. We're back to 5-on-5 with 10:45 left in the third period of Game 5. 4-2 for the Bandits. Trying to finish off the series. Lofgren moves around, shoots, looking high glove, and he missed. Nice dangle there. Macrina can't hold, but he keeps it away from Keith McInnes. West K, I assume, looking for an explanation why there was no call on Patella. 10 minutes to go in the third period of Game 5. It's 4-3 for the Bandits. Siciliano's goal is the difference right now. Here's Tyler Pretty bringing up the left wing. Drops it back to an open Hogue. Wrist shot, glove save. Zach centering pass. Macrina with the takeaway. Rosensteel takes out Macrina. Jack's thrown a couple hits here in this third period. This is shot into the Bandit zone. McInnes up the wall for Dufour. Matisse is tied up. Oakenfold battling for it, but Dufour lifts it down. The West K end with 6.5 on the clock in the third period of Game 5. Ledrew ahead for Kallgren. Center ice, McInnes dumps it back into the West K zone. Bandits protecting a 1-goal lead. Jack Good out there. Puck lands in the corner. Hogue for the Warriors. Carries it to center. Pass to Kallgren off his stick. And the Bandits end. Yellowwaga takes a hit from Kallgren. Dufour lifts it out to center ice. Hold on.
Good block by Parker London.
Warriors have it. Farrell at center ice. 3:44 on the clock. Dumps it into the Bandit zone. Kirkostas first one there. He's got the 1 goal in this period for West K. Graham digs it out of the right wing corner. Back to Hogue. Couldn't hold it in. Patella forces it out. Monick Hagen up the left wing. Kirkostas chips it into the Bandit zone. Beyer back to get it. Warriors out shooting the Bandits. 9-6 here in the third. Lofgren keeps it in at the blue line. Patella takes him off the puck. Comes out to center. Farrell holds it in. Dumps it now into the Bandit zone. Final 3 minutes of the third period. 4-3 Brooks. Game 5. It's a 1-goal game. Both games in West Kelowna were a 1-goal decision. Third game in 4 nights for these teams. Only minutes in the regular season. Warriors season on the line. Bandits trying to book their ticket to the second round. Warriors are offside here. Yellowwaga, chance to move it out. Nate brings it to center and then dumps it around the yellow. Free is on the ice, tied up on the half wall. Looking for his first of the series. What a moment this would be to get it. Leshinsky in the right wing corner. Mikal trying to separate. He's tied up by Hudson Miller. Pearson tied up by Drapeau. Graham to Kirkostas up the wall. West K move it out to center ice. Yellowwaga up the wall, taken away by Graham. Chips it ahead into the Bandit zone. Free runs into Graham. Kirkostas in the corner, leaves for Graham. Cycles behind the net, and Kirkostas with a goal tonight gets to it. Took a hit from Yellowwaga. Keith McInnes pokes it around the side. Hogue sweeps it behind the Bandit net. Ben Miller off the bench, trying to hold it on the wall. Ledrew tried to toe drag. Bandits take it away. Leshinsky can't move it out. Ledrew turns and shoots. McInnes blocks it. Hogue keeps it in. Leshinsky able to move it out. He had pressure on him. He'll lift it to Pearson. Westgate take it away. Yellowega with the big hit on a Warrior at center ice. Could be a breakaway for Jace Letourneau. Gets the puck to catch up to him. Lift it to Pearson. Westgate take it away. Yellowega with the big hit on a Warrior at center ice. Could be a breakaway for Jace Letourneau. Gets the puck to catch up to him. 5 seconds. That was a long penalty kill,
Yes.
Ken. Graham up the right wing. Siciliano's out of the box. Bandits got through it, but here's Hogue. Wrist shot. Zahara the save. Colgren in the left wing corner. Tied up by Yellowega and Siciliano, who's out of the box. Westgate with possession. Held in. Hogue, the captain, shoots it off the end boards. McInnes traps it. Sends it up the wall. Now the Bandits' turn. Here they come. Leshinsky, breakout pass to Siciliano. Looking for his second of the night. And to end the series, moves in. Tonight is 2 for 3. Center ice. Keith McInnes trying to protect the puck. Miller got it into the Bandit zone. Nate Yellowega trying to muscle this out. He's going to need some help. Puck escaped him. Jack Good cross ice to DeFore. Kirkostas bangs it away from him. Not the entry the Bandits were looking for. Ben Miller the other way. Rister off the end boards. Gets to his own rebound, and McInnes ties up his stick. Playing on in overtime. Rosensteel moves it up the left wing. Kirkostas edges him off the puck. Left wing, moves it into the left wing corner. Free, leaves behind the net for Jace Letourneau. Forced it in front. West Kelowna has possession, and they'll skate it out. Graham moving in on a 2-on-2. Waits for the trailer and then sends it behind the net for Yellowega. Pearson will play it. Bandits have possession. Break it out. Free to Ratanize. Latvian brings it into the West Kelowna end. Shoots it wide left.
Fine space out there, but top on top again here. These two lines have been battling each other all series. And Luke Bibby with Lalonde and Peluso out there. See if they can get something going here on the offense.
Bandits score, they move on to the second round. Bibby wins the draw for Nick Peluso. He had to fight off pressure. He's going to need some help from Mackey. Parker Lalonde in the left wing corner. Puck got away from him. Farrell sends it around. Byer holds in. Bibby behind the net. Pokes it behind the net for Byer. Held in at the blue line by Drew Mackey. Peluso with some good ice here. Peluso shoots! Scores! Ball game! Nick Peluso! Mr. Overtime! Ends it! Bandits in overtime! 5-4, series over. Handshakes and Brooks.
And Nick Peluso gets the hattie. It was just, you know, you just felt when that line got out there, this other line had been incredibly tired. And just Nick Peluso is able to walk in. They collapse. He lets a hard wrister go. Ends up 5-hole. This West Kelowna team, one heck of a game.
Goal comes at 11 minutes and 28 seconds. There will be no Game 6 in West Kelowna. The Bandits are off to the second round. Hat-trick Nick Peluso. Bandits take the series 4-1. Ryan Papuano and Simon Ferguson shake hands. Former teammates in the Western League. What a battle. 2 games go to OT. Both of them end on the stick of Nick Peluso.